Hello, welcome to Your Simple Golf Swing. I'm Matt. Today I want to talk to you about Mike Austin's concept of throwing the club head and Mike Dunaway's concept of turning those hips into the ball. And I want to give you a little drill that you can do that is going to help you be able to time that more perfectly. So what I'm talking about here, if you're new to the channel, is I teach in the Your Simple Golf Swing method that when we're at the top of our swing, we're going to throw our hands at the same time we're turning our hips into the ball. Now this is contrary to the concept of holding onto lag. I've done some videos about why trying to hold your lag into the right minute is near impossible, and all it's going to do is frustrate you and give you timing issues. Let me go over that again real quick as to why that is. The swing, from the top of the swing down into the ball, takes on average about 2/5 of a second. That's basically the blink of the eye, the blink of your eyes. So if you're going to try to hold this club and hold that lag until you get to a certain point in your swing and then let it go, and if you think you're going to be able to time that perfectly every time in basically the blink of an eye, good luck with that. You're going to have all kinds of timing issues. And it's another thing is, in reality, in 2/5 of a second, you have to get this club head all the way back in line with this left arm before you reach contact. If you're going to try to delay that, good luck with that. More often than not, you're going to find yourself getting in a stuck position, and it's going to cause you great problems and consistency issues. Okay, so let's get back to the point of the video. So we want to throw the hands as we're turning the hip. So some of the viewers have asked me, do you have a good drill for this? What I do and what I teach on my online course is that as you get to the top and you throw, I want you to practice and do this over and over and over until you get this ingrained. And I'll do some shots from the side too, actually hitting some balls. What you want to do is you want to take it to the top with our proper weight shift, and then you want to practice returning that club right off your right hip, just like that. Oop, hit it. Just practice that. So what you're doing, this is not an independent arm movement. You're allowing the weight shift and your turn to pull this left arm. What you're focusing on is keeping that arm in place while you're throwing with your hands like this. Now, if you just threw with your hands like this, that would be an over the top or a casting move. But if we're throwing the hands with a hip turn, it's a very athletic, very beautiful movement. You see it just like that. Just keep on doing that over and over. And that's the best way that you can learn how to time and blend that hand throw into the hip turn. We have to transfer that weight, and we have to make sure we get the club head in line with this left arm at impact. Some of the things that you need to really watch out for, one of the biggest bugaboos that's going to mess this up, is that as you start that weight shift, if you slide your head and your upper body towards the target, that's going to cause you to bottom out in a different spot every time. It is imperative in this swing, in this entire swing, that you keep your head steady. You cannot let it go way back here and then way up here at any point in your swing. It is okay if it comes off a little bit on your backswing, but you have to make sure that when you come down, your head does not get in front of that ball at any time. Your head must remain steady. The way that we keep the head steady is focusing on using our legs for that hip turn. And the way we use our legs is we're simply bending the left leg while we straighten the right leg. And that takes our weight over to this side, and we blend our turn into that. When we come back down, we're going to straighten the left leg while we bend the right leg. So what we're doing here is we're letting our lower body, it's going to swing back and forth. Now Mike Austin, he called this tilting the hips and then a turn, tilt and a turn. You'll hear people out there saying, oh, you're swaying your hips. It's not a sway, it's a tilt. And what you're doing is you're shifting your weight back here and shifting your weight back forward here and throwing your weight and your whole body into that ball. But you must keep your head steady. Now let me show you some shots from the side view where I'm actually going to hit some golf balls. So let's take a look at that drill that I was showing you about how to get that hand throw and the hip motion synced up together. So as I showed you from the other camera angle, we get to the top and we want to throw into the ball. Now if you've seen my video on how to fix a pull hook, this is really the same action. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the top and do this a few times. Get that hand throw like that. Just do that a few times without shifting your weight. What you're training yourself to do here is you're training yourself to throw with the hands and not with the arms. We don't want independent arm movement. I did a video on our rotating swing plane, and if you haven't seen that, what I talk about there is that we don't have just one swing plane. If we're doing a one or a single plane swing or a two plane swing, either way, we still have a rotating swing plane. And what that is, again, is when you get to the top, if your arms take off first, they're on a different plane now because your body hasn't turned, and you're going to bottom out back here. That's going to cause you to hit fat shots, okay? So we have a rotating swing plane, and we don't want that independent arm movement. So you need to practice, okay, just going to throw my hands. I'm going to keep my arms. Just think, I'm going to keep my arms up by my shoulders, going to leave them there. Now, as we do this, then what we can do is we can practice doing that with the weight shift, just like that, just like that. And then hit a few shots slowly and easy, practicing that movement. We want to get the weight back, we want to throw, and at the same time we want to throw, we want to feel that weight shifting into that left hip, this left leg straightening, the right leg bending, and we want to feel our hands coming down and catching this right hip. It's a really nice smooth feeling. We're going to do it slowly here, where you go up to the top and then just like that. You want to remember to keep your head steady. That one I felt like I did actually move my head a little bit that direction. Haven't done much warm-up today. I just started coming out and making videos. So we're going to do that again. We're going to take it to the top. We're going to throw at the same time we're starting that weight shift. And we're going to try to keep our head back so we come in with that old classic kind of reverse C. All right, so let's try that again. That was a nice solid shot. So practice that over and over. Just put a ball out there and practice weight shift, hand throw. Weight shift, hand throw. Just do that a few times. And that will help sync up the hands with the weight shift and the hip turn. Give that a try. Work on that move. It'll really help you sync everything up and time everything just perfect. Now, I'll say this again. If you find yourself chunking or hitting fat shots, you're doing one of two things, maybe even both things. One is you're letting this left arm go independent. You must resist that. You must practice doing this, leaving that left arm up there, and then adding the weight shift, okay? The second thing that will cause you to hit fat shots is coming off the ball with your head and then staying back there. You want to make sure you try as hard as you can not to let your head come off the ball. If you're hitting thin shots or coming into the ball late, chances are you're letting that head sway towards the target, okay? So those are some things that you want to work on. I hope that drill helps you out. Happy golfing. If you're interested in taking my full online course, please go down in the description. You'll find the link so you can sign up for the course. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks so much for joining me.